wants to take the wig off now. But listen, I spent so many hours trying to install this.
Pick up your phone, I'm on the request line.
Yeah, like it's a lot, but it's cool. What the freak is going on, you guys? It is me, no other than the Bronzemarley. I am the greatest edition of YouTube 2019, and here we are in 2020, and I have been the greatest edition and asset there on out. So when I join the compact, baby girl, listen, I want you to be here. You want to be here. You high-key need to be here, baby girl. Just because we serve looks, we serve tea, which is what we'll be serving today. And overall, baby girl, we just be serving. When I join the compact, like I said, I want you to be here and
we're pretty.
Oh my God, what was that in my throat? Sorry, that was so unladylike. But no, we're pretty lit, so why not join the compact? You guys, in today's video, if you couldn't read by the title, which if you cannot read, why did you even click on the video? You know what? I can't even do that. We love our illiterate followers as well. Okay, I just had to make myself appear a little bit more comfortable just because I can't like sit with my legs crossed for a long period of time and have it be comfortable. And I'm also so far away from the camera, so I'm hoping that it's picking up properly. If the hair looks crazy, y'all, the hair looks crazy at this point. It's a lot and it's synthetic, so it's a lot to maintain. And I don't know about hair. Said that in the last video. At this point, it is what it is. But if you guys could not read from the title, we are going to be telling a story in this video today. Without further ado, I am just gonna jump literally right on into it. I probably should have did like research and backstories and stuff like that before jumping right into this video, but no, it's like this story has actually been on my mind for about 2 months or so now. And y'all, it's crazy because you know what? Let me just get into the story. So this had to be, like I said, like 2 months ago. Yeah, it was probably back in like April, which was like like 3 months ago. Wow, time really does fly. Back in like April, I want to say, I was literally like, I was hungry as hell one night. It was at the peak of the coronavirus, basically, or back when they started to shut everything down. I want some McDonald's. Like literally just like that. I was like, I just want some McDonald's. And you know how you just have those cravings and those tastes and you're like, I want this, and like I'm not gonna settle for anything else until I get this. Like that's how it was. It was like I want McDonald's. I know I want McDonald's. I just have a taste for some fries. Like, okay, well, we're gonna go get us some McDonald's, some fries, and some ice cream. Now, like I said, this was like the peak or the beginning of the whole COVID corona situation. So they hadn't started to shut the insides of like restaurants and things down. So McDonald's at the time was still open. I remember vividly because like I sat down and that's what we're about to get into. I start to make my way to McDonald's. I get to McDonald's and I have on sunglasses. I don't think I had on a hat. I think I just had on sunglasses, but the face was beat. And yeah, so it's just like, you know, every time I go out in public, I'm very, very incognito, very like hidden. And I don't know why that is. Like, I'm a very like private and personal person, and it's just like I don't like a lot of people to attack or to receive my energy, or I don't like my energy to just be put out there. When I was younger, and even like maybe 2-3 years ago, I was always trying to be the person being seen, like literally always, like, and it got to the point where it just came naturally. Even to this day, being seen and getting attention, it comes naturally to me without even trying. That's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing at the same time, but I've realized that it's just what I embody. It's just my life. But with that being said, I've become a lot more personal and a lot more to myself and very protective over myself and my energy. So as of lately, like I've literally been incognito, and because like I said, I naturally attract attention, I still do, and it just so happens that like my mask attracts even more attention now. So it's just like it's just who I am. I'm an attention whore, but I'm not an attention-seeking attention whore. I'm just an attention whore. So, moral of the story, damn, that was like a legit tangent. I was incognito, but it's like, you'll recognize me for the most part. And that's exactly what happened. I'm standing in the line and this girl, okay, so in McDonald's, it's someone in front of me, there's someone behind me, and there's of course me and then the people that work there. There's this one woman who works there. I don't want to say she was an older white woman. She was a mature looking white woman. No shade, no shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. She was real nice though. Of course, there were like the other workers, but I specifically remember the white woman because I assumed she was like maybe the manager or something. She was calling all the shots. She was cleaning up and shit. Like, hell, she was working. It looked like she was the only one in that bitch doing some work, but I specifically remember her. And I of course remember the boy who was outside, but he wasn't. Oh, I do remember him too, but oh my God. This is why I don't do story times, because I always like talk. But that's probably why y'all like story times, because y'all like people to talk, right? About the story. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me back to the story. So like I said, there's a person in front of me and it's a girl who's drunk. And I kind of feel like not bad about telling this story because I was gonna tell the shit regardless, but I feel a little bit bad telling it because, you know, it's going to like, it's the truth, so it's gonna paint her in the light that she was shining in that night. But she was drunk boots, y'all. She was drunk. When I tell you, like, I'm surprised she recognized me, especially in, I wasn't really in disguise. Like, I just had on sunglasses. Bitch, you know it's me, especially if you're from this area and you see a black boy in makeup. Who else would it be? Like, no shade. No shade. It's just me. Or it's just me doing it right. No. Oh yeah, so I mean, I see how she recognized me, but let me tell you, she was drunk, like words slurred, eyes low, mouth open, a little bit of drool. So she gets done, I guess, I don't even think she was ordering, to be honest. I think she was just standing there waiting or just whatever. She wasn't ordering, but I know she got the fuck out the way. So she got out the way and I step up to take my order. But before I step up, no. So I order my food and I turn around and she's like, she comes up behind me and she's like,
oh my God. I followed you. Oh my God, you're Bronzemarley. Oh my God, I followed you. I just make up this fucking bomb. I love you.
Like, just really gassing me. And don't get me wrong, like, of course, doing like the extra antics or whatever. But, you know, she was really being extra. But it's like, I'm used to like when people figure out that I'm Bronzemarley and I do makeup in this and the third. It's just like, I love you. Like, it's always an extra like response. And I like it, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's not necessarily uncomfortable, but it is like, I don't know, it's just like, okay, I'm Bronzemarley. I do makeup. Thank you for supporting. Now let's talk about you. Like I don't like conversations to be surrounded around me. Like, I don't like an overzealous amount of compliments. Like, I don't like, it's too much. Like, I don't, it's so hard to like describe. But yeah, I expect stuff like that though. So she was just gassing me the whole 9 yards and I was like, okay, cool. All right. Thanks, girl. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Not like that, y'all, but that's literally what it was given because I'm just here for my fries and my food. That's it. So I order my food and blah, 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 get the compliment. And like, mind you, like I said, she's drunk bazoots. I need to go to bed. She's dead as drunk boots right now. But she had a friend with her. I'm assuming it was her boyfriend, and I hope ex-boyfriend. No shade. But anyway, she was with, I'm assuming it was her boyfriend. He was, I think, drunk too, but not as drunk as her. For some reason, girls are sloppy drunks. They be sloppy. They're like, I don't even want that. Like, they be just like real extra, but sometimes like they'll be wild screaming, especially the white girls, girl. The white girls, when they are drunk, I'm like, if this bitch does not move out my face. Like, given very much that. Because it's like, it's always, it's a party and it's a vibe, but it's just like, Girl, back up. Like, you doing too much. You got all this sweat coming from your body. I can feel the heat coming from your body because you're so drunk. Like, it's like white girls when they get drunk, baby. No shade. Oh, he wasn't as drunk as she was, but you could tell that he was drunk. He was tipsy. He had something in him. He was probably high. I don't know, but you could tell like he was lit too. But he comes in and they're just fussing. Now me, I grew up in a world of social media where people pull social media stunts. So when he comes in and they're like fussing back and forth, like I'm thinking in my head, like, and y'all don't judge me, but like I was thinking this for like a good minute up until what I'm about to tell y'all happened. I'm thinking that they're just in here like pulling a prank or something, or you know how they do like the YouTube videos or the Facebook videos or whatever, where like they come in the McDonald's or something and they just act a fool for the views and whatever. I never understood it, but okay. So I'm thinking that's what they're doing. I'm thinking they're like locals trying to have a come up by doing some viral shit in McDonald's. I don't know. Not in this area. It's a possibility. Yeah, they're doing that and it's just arguing back and forth. And mind you, there's another person in there and there's also like the associates. But you would think like they would tell these drunk people to get, while they're arguing this, that, and the third, I'm just, like I said, I thought that they were faking, but I'm also confused as to why they're being so loud and why these associates are not kicking them out or telling them to be quiet or whatever, maybe because they knew they were drunk or they probably told them beforehand, because like I said, the homeless woman who was there, am I assuming she's homeless? I should probably stop doing that. The other woman, the other woman who was there, I'm sorry y'all, I'm not gonna say she was homeless. If she was homeless, she was homeless, but if she was not homeless, please forgive me for just assuming that you were homeless based on your appearance. Okay. The other woman, that's what we're gonna call her. She was like, yeah, they've been going at it for a while. I've been here for a while. They just been letting them go at it. And I'm just like, okay, well, I just gotta get my food and I'm gone. Cause usually I like to sit at McDonald's. Y'all, McDonald's it's usually a vibe. And then they got free Wi-Fi too, bitch. Like, and it's speedy. And it's speedy. I was going to sit in there. But then I was like, if they've been doing this for this amount of time and these motherfuckers haven't said anything to them yet, oh no, I gotta go. Like, come on, I just came for my food, that's it. That is all. So, I'm still waiting on my food, and bitch, it couldn't come quick enough. This moment right here was when they're arguing. She got her food, and I don't know what happened, but all I know is they were arguing. It got louder. Mind you, it was already loud, but I don't know who turned up the damn volume because it increased just a little bit. Just a little bit. Next thing I know, I don't know if she hit him or what, but all I know is a bag of food went flying. It was a fish fillet, I know that for a fact. Because I had mayonnaise or tartar sauce, one of those motherfuckers, ended up on my pants, and ended up on my shoes, and ended up all over McDonald's. But I ain't give a fuck about McDonald's because McDonald's isn't giving me any money. I'm giving them this money. But what I will say is that when I looked, y'all, because I saw the bag go flying, and I felt it like, I don't know, I saw it go all over the place. But I don't know what made me look down. But I looked down, y'all, sunglasses and all, and I'm a very, very, very calm and like chill person, especially before I go off. Like, because I let people get it out, give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to allow you to explain yourself so that when I read you, I'm going to read you correctly. Make sure I'm in the right encyclopedia. Look down at my shoe. They're still arguing. And I see it's a lot. Like, a lot. Bitch, I think I took a picture. And I'm like, now these drunk motherfuckers, like, they don't gotta pay for these shoes. But somebody's going to clean this off of me. And I know if I have to clean it off of me, it's because I'm not a dog. Like, no shade. And I'm not trying to say that, you know, they're a dog if they clean it off of me. But it's like, no, you literally just threw this shit, got it on my shoe, and you expect me to bend down and clean it up? Which I ended up doing, bitch. But before I did, y'all, literally, I'm just looking at my shoe and I'm just like, it happened so quickly, but it felt like time froze because I literally just froze and I was staring at my shoe and I'm just looking at mayonnaise or tartar sauce and I'm just like, Like, it literally, y'all, this is exactly how it happened. The shit comes flying. Literally just comes flying. And I look and I'm like, and I just freeze. So I'm looking down, and it feels like I was looking down for like 30 minutes, y'all, but it was probably for like 4 seconds. But it was a long pause because I'm trying to process what just happened. And I'm like, well, okay, because y'all know there are some people, oh, it hit me, so bitch, you throwing it at me? I'm not that type of person. I knew that they were arguing, but I'm that type of person that's going to call you out in your actions. Y'all arguing, now y'all involved me because you just threw this on me. Even though you weren't intentionally trying to hit me, you did, and you caused damage. Before I start to argue, because he throws the bag and he starts to walk out. I start to follow behind him. Now, y'all, I'm only 5'7", a good 160, 165-ish. I'm not a big person, but I'm not that small either. But compared to this man, who was about, he looked like he was a good like 6'5"-ish, pushing a little over 300, and not in like a bad way. Like it was a nice build. He looked like he was a football player. I know that this wouldn't be a fight that I would win, but my mama ain't raised no bitch. I'm sorry, she didn't raise no bitch, like, at all. So at this point, like, I'm literally walking behind him. I'm walking a little slower, but I'm walking behind him because, like, at this point, I'm like, no. I don't know what y'all got going on, but baby boy, you got enough money to just be throwing McDonald's bags around, bitch. Run me my money for my shoe. Run me something at this point. So he walks out and I'm like, I'm not leaving McDonald's. I literally get to the door and I step outside the door and he's already across the street and like he's walking through the car dealership parking lot. I don't know how the fuck he got over there so fast. I really don't, or I don't know if I was just walking too slow. I wasn't walking that slow, y'all, but I'm gonna be honest, I was walking slow because it's just like, I'm trying to process what am I gonna say to this big ass man? What am I gonna say to this big ass man and this full face of makeup? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid at all. But it's just like, you really have to pick and choose your battles. And you know, somebody like me, you have to be very, very, very careful in situations because there are a lot of people out here, my mama always warns me, who want to just hurt you or who are just mean just because. Now, I'm a very bold person and I'm very fearless, so I go and do everything without fear. But it's just like, you know, you still have that, well, this could potentially happen type of thing in the back of your mind. And this was one of the first and few times that one of those situations actually occurred to me. I don't know if it was because it was late at night, I was out by myself, I had a full face of makeup on, he was big as shit, and yeah, like, I don't know if all of those components were like, okay, just think about this one. You just think about this fight, okay? You made it out, but I, of course, like even though, like I said, y'all, like I'm playing around, like, you know, I was like walking slow, like I was still going to approach him. He makes it out the door. I make it to the door, and she's like following behind me. But I was not paying attention to her at all until I saw that he got away. And now she's like the only target at this point. She was probably trying to stop me because she saw me like, literally, after I looked down at my shoe and I saw him like walking towards the door, I just blacked out and I just started to follow. Like, I didn't think about what was going on. I didn't know who was talking to me. Don't know who was there. I don't know what was going on at all. I just know that I needed something for this. She follows behind me and I finally noticed her. Again, I finally noticed her. And she's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what she's saying, but I'm just like, I know that I cut her off. I was
like, that's your boyfriend?
Like, at this point, y'all, because I'm a very joyful person. I'm very kind, but I'm also very assertive, and I have a very strict and strong personality. Let's put it like that. I'm kind, I'm nice, this, that, and the third, but I'm not always smiling. I'm not always laughing. I'm not always giggling, I'm not always bubbly or anything like that. I have my moments, but usually I'm about business. Like, come on, we got stuff to do. At this point, I don't care to be Bronzemarley. I don't care to be the person whose makeup that you love. At this point, I'm Bronze. And yeah, is this your boyfriend? Straight face, stale face, all of that. Is that your boyfriend? Yeah, but he's drunk. We just... I I looked down at my shoe. I'm like, well, he gotta come up. He gotta do something for this. She was like, oh, yo. Y'all know how drunk people like real exaggerated. Like,
whoa, what the fuck? Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but it's like, you didn't do it. I understand that. But at this point, everything that you're saying that doesn't align with he's going to pay you, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to clean your shoe, he's going to clean your shoe, something. If it's not aligning with that, baby, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. You're drunk, your words are slurred, so you're already speaking part gibberish. At this point, you're full fucking gibberish. Like I don't know what you're saying, like, at all. Literally, by this point, it's like 5 minutes had passed, and I'm just like, and he hadn't come back. I'm just like, okay. Nobody's gonna wipe my shoe off. So I'm gonna, and it's crazy because the woman offered, and I'm just like, I'm not that type of person. I'm not, y'all. Let me tell you, if I was that type of person, by all means, I'm not that type of person at all. At this point, girl, thank you, but no. Like, I'm irritated. I'm not irritated with you. Just leave me alone. Going back to business. It wasn't like that, but it was just like, you know, I was very appreciative of her for even offering, you know, because she'd witnessed what happened. And she could clearly see that I wasn't like irate or anything like that. Like, I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't extra, but at the same time, you could see that I was irritated and I was pissed off. And I'm
Still waiting on my food at this point.
I'm talking to the girl whose boyfriend just threw this fucking tartar sauce or mayonnaise or whatever, who threw this fish fillet sandwich and literally got all over the place. And at that point, that's when the woman from McDonald's, she was like, yeah, no, you guys gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, y'all gotta go. Oh, that's why I was irritated, y'all. I'm sorry, I left that out. Because she trying to kick this girl out. I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to get some answers, some solutions. And I'm like, because at this point, it's after 11. So I think after 11 or something like that, they start to shut the store down or shut the insides or lock it or something like that. No. So yeah, I end up wiping it off, get my food, and she's like, as the woman's telling her she's got to go, that's like when I'm getting my food and everything. Y'all, I'm sorry, this story's all over the place. But as she's telling her you gotta go, that's when I'm finally receiving my food. And I'm still like, at this point, I understand that's your boyfriend or whatever. I understand what y'all got going on. Well, I don't understand. But for me to have to be pulled into y'all's mess and have to fix what y'all caused and created on me, like, no, I'm sorry. It's not gonna slide with me. She was like, well, how much was your food, this, that, and the third? And I'm like, no shade. Whatever I spend on this food is not gonna cover how I feel right now, but it's something. It's the thought that counts, girl. You trying, which bless your little drunk heart, you are trying. You're trying to salvage the situation. She's like, well, I can, what's this and that? I can cash app you or I'll pay for your food, this and the third. I'm like, okay, so tell me why. I'm like, well, this is my cash app. I pull it up and I showed her my receipt for the food. And she's like, oh, but my phone's dying. Do you have a charger? At this point, y'all, I'm just like, you know what? it was like, she's like, do you have a charger? I'm like, no, I don't. She was like, okay. So she's going back and forth to the car. So, mind you, like I told y'all, he had walked away. I don't know how she ended up with the keys to his car. Or maybe it was her car. I don't know whose car it was, but I know she wasn't supposed to be driving. When I tell y'all belligerent, like, she was sloppily drunk. Child, when she pulled up to the door in that car, mind you, she was only in a parking spot across, like, literally, probably like 15 steps walking from the door. I was so scared that she was gonna run into this damn store. It's like, oof. Got out the car. I was like, yeah, so do you have cash? Are you gonna cash at me, or did your phone turn back on or what? She's like literally just standing at the door like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, let me come in? So I was like, no, they won't allow you to come in. Like, you can't come in. She's like, what? Girl, I don't work for McDonald's and I'm not trying to get fired from a job I don't even work at, so I'm gonna stand at the door while we figure out like what's going on with your phone. So long story short, time, like literally, it's minutes pass and I'm just like, okay, well, I wanna eat my food. Your phone's clearly not turning on. bye. Walk away from the door. Like, literally, I didn't walk away like that. I was like, okay, well, when your phone turns back on, I'll be right here. I'm eating my food on the phone, and mind y'all, I was on the phone the entire time. Was on the phone when this happened. I'm like on the phone talking to them about the situation, just, you know, just mad and angry. But I was kind of like blown, like, the fuck? Like, why did this happen to me? Finished my food, realized shorty girl didn't come to this door yet. Realized that when I go to the door, the car is no longer there. Shit, the car leaves, child, and I'm like, okay, well, hey, girl, like, where you at? So I'm like, this bitch just finessed me, but you know what? It's cool. So, did get a text message later that night. I was like, hey love, this is my Cash App. I sent her a screenshot as well as like the name. So, or I don't think I sent her a screenshot, but I was like, this is my Cash App. So, yeah, a day goes by and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna let her sleep it off because she was drunk boots. So I was like, I'm gonna let her sleep it off. I text, I think either the next day or the day after, I was like, hey love, are you still gonna Cash App me? No response. So I'm like, you know what? At this point, just count it as a loss, baby. Just count it as you took an L this time, but it's okay. So I took that L, but I handled it so gracefully that it ended up being a W. Because a few weeks, for those of y'all wondering, my Cash App is the Bronzemarley. Go ahead and send me some. Send me something strange for a piece of change, or send me a piece of change for something strange, whatever. I get a $10 Cash App, and I'm like, and then I look at the name, I was like, oh, click on the message thread, I'm like, oh, what's about damn time? Like, perfect timing too. You just paid for my Chipotle. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this story. I know it's like all over the place. Probably wasn't as interesting as the stories I can be telling, or I should be telling, or I shouldn't be telling them, and I probably won't ever tell them within like the next 5 to 10 years. But let me tell you, I got some stories, y'all. And I just decided to tell that one because I felt like I wanted to talk to y'all on this forum, this platform for a bit, rather than just doing like makeup or something. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, this cute little story time. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed me, please give me a huge thumbs up and leave me a comment down below about what you guys thought about this video, anything or any comments that you had throughout the video, or if you'd like to leave me recommendations for future videos, or if you just simply want to say, hey bitch. Also, don't forget to join the compact. Like I said, I want you to be here, and you high-key need to be here, baby girl. So click that subscribe button and also that bell button so that you get notifications whenever I do decide to upload. And you can be sure to keep up with me on all of my social media platforms at Bronzemarley, and my Twitter is at @TheBronzeMarley. I love you guys so much. Finding out to carry my ass to bed, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you guys again. Peace out. Bitch.